shadows.
Today's broadcast marks the Shadow's 10th anniversary on the air. On this festive occasion, the Blue Coal Dealers of America are proud to present an unusually thrilling adventure of the Shadow. This special dramatization resembles other Shadow dramas in but one alike. It is designed to point out to old and young the lesson we have stressed for the past 10 years, that crime does not pay. Before the Shadow starts today's adventure, I want to ask all you householders a timely question. When you consider buying a fuel, your first question is, what will it do for me? Well, here's what Blue Coal will do for you. It will keep your home comfortably heated morning, noon, and night. It will make things easier for you all the way round, and it will cut down your heating bills. You couldn't ask for more than that, could you? But Blue Coal gives you more, and without asking, too. For with every order, you enjoy the full benefit of your neighborhood Blue Coal dealer's extra customer service. So phone him tomorrow. The Shadow, mysterious character who aids the forces of law and order, is in reality Lamont Cranston, wealthy young man about town. As the Shadow, Cranston is gifted with a hypnotic power to cloud men's minds so that they cannot see him. Cranston's friend and companion, the lovely Margot Lane, is the only person who knows to whom the voice of the invisible Shadow belongs. Today's story, The Ghost of Caleb Mackenzie.
Well, here we are, gathered together, one big happy family. Happy family. I wish you could all see yourselves as I see you. You're vultures, vultures, waiting for the poor old carcass to die. Of course, I don't include you in that description, Margot. As merely an old friend of the family, you understand that I didn't mean you.
Oh, I understood, Uncle Caleb.
But she's the only one that I exclude.
Still bitter, aren't you, Dad?
I thought you'd be the first to speak, Paul. You always have been. You take after me in that respect, I guess.
I hope that's the only characteristic of yours that I have.
No, that's what I call putting the cards on the table. I've always admired you for that, son. You make no pretense of your hatred for me. It is more than I can say for the rest of you.
Oh, come now, Caleb.
I've been waiting for you to say that, my dear Damon. No family gathering is ever complete without your injection of the phrase, "Oh, come now, Caleb." I believe you first said it when I was 6 and you were 3. And as I recall, you were even then seeking something from me. Toys it was in those days.
Why do you insist that all of us hate you, Caleb?
Because it's true, Damon. In each of you, the hatred has a different basis. My son Paul hates me because he feels that I've been a tyrant. That's why he left home. And you, Damon, your hatred is based on envy. You're jealous of the money I've made, the power I've gained.
And how do you classify me, Caleb?
Well, now, Marie, you, my dear wife, you're in a class by yourself. Yours is a long-suffering hatred, a patient one. I shouldn't have classified you that way when you left me 10 years ago. Your loathing was stronger then, but being apart from me, seeing me only once a year, has tempered the emotion.
I see.
However, I can't say that time has lessened that feeling in your son.
His name has no place in this conversation.
Mother, please.
Still protecting that misshapen, sniveling son of ours.
Don't talk that way about him.
How else could he be described? Look at
Please.
him. To think that he bears my name, Caleb Jr.
I've heard enough.
At least when my first wife bore me a son, she bore me a man. Paul is a man.
Shut up, you hear?
Let me finish. I haven't described his hatred yet. I've saved that, because his is the most bitter of all. It's a cunning hatred, a hate that you drilled into him from the day he was born.
Dad, please. For Mother's sake.
For Mother's sake. Always that's been your cry, Caleb Jr.
I think I'd better be leaving, Uncle Caleb. I have someone waiting in the village.
No, please, Margot. I asked you here tonight so that I might see one friendly face, even if it wasn't one of the family. No, you must stay.
Well,
Sit down, please. Thank you. You see, Margot, This little ceremony only takes place once a year. I invite all my beloved kin here so that they may closely inspect my state of health. If I look wan or pale, perhaps it reassures them that the Mackenzie fortune will soon pass into their hands.
Oh, come now, Caleb.
Let's break this up, shall we, Dad? I'm sleepy and I'm bored.
Of course you are, Paul. Of course you are. But I have a little announcement to make. An announcement about my will.
You've made out a will, Caleb?
Yes, my eager brother. Yes, I
Well,
have.
where is it? Who has it?
Now, Damon, a little decency, if you please. I'm still alive, you know.
I beg your pardon, Mr. Mackenzie, but it's 10 o'clock, sir.
No, thank you, Williams, thank you. That means bedtime for all of you. Show them to their rooms, Williams.
Same old regimentation.
I
huh?
shan't see any of you in the morning, so perhaps I'd better say goodbye until next year.
Good night, Uncle Caleb.
Good night, Margot. Oh, I hope none of you forgets about the will.
Hello? Is this Locust 5430 ring 1?
That's right. Shady Inn, ring 1. What can be done?
I'd like to speak to Mr. Cranston, please. I believe he's staying at your inn.
Oh, yes. He's the city fellow sitting right here in the lobby. I'll fetch him for you.
Oh, for the joys of a bucolic soul.
Hello?
Hello, Lamont.
Margot, it's after midnight. I thought you'd be in bed.
No, I couldn't sleep. Lamont, would you mind terribly coming out here? I'd like to go back to the city tonight.
Why, what's wrong?
Well, I'll tell you when you get here.
Well, I'll be right over. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Sending out an SOS, Margot?
Oh, Paul, you frightened me.
I'm sorry.
I thought everyone was in bed.
Oh, I've been outside taking a walk. Cigarette?
Yes, thanks.
I'm sorry you had to be in on that little session tonight. My Uncle Damon sitting around whining, my dear stepmother glaring at us, and my beloved half-brother simpering in a corner. You know, as much as I dislike Dad, I can't blame him for despising them.
Oh, Paul, it all seems so stupid, this yearly gathering of your clan.
Well, it always will be stupid until my father's dead.
Paul, what's that?
Sounds like someone coming down the hall.
But who can it be?
Looking for something, Junior?
Oh, it's you, Paul.
Yes.
I was just going for a glass of water for Mother. You'll excuse me, please?
Sure. That guy gives me the creeps. Always getting something for Mother.
Oh, now, Paul, there's nothing wrong in that.
I know, but... Say, what is this, Pennsylvania station? Everybody's up. Here comes Williams.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, Miss Lane.
Good evening, William.
Where are you going with that sandwich, Williams?
It's for your father, sir. He's in his study.
Sandwich? Say, that gives me an idea. How's about we raid the icebox, Margot?
Doggone, why not?
I haven't done that in this house since I was 16. And as I remember that icebox...
What was that?
Sounded like Williams. Come on, Margot. He's in Dad's study.
Mr. Paul! Mr. Paul!
What is it, Williams? What's wrong?
It's your father, sir.
What about him?
He's been stabbed in the chest. He's dead.
Oh, Lamont, I'm so glad you're here. We've just found Mr. Mackenzie Sr. stabbed to death.
Good heavens. Well, where's the body?
Right down the hall here in his study.
When did this happen, Margot?
Williams, the butler, just found him a few minutes ago.
I see.
It's right in here, Lamont.
Oh, come now. I still object to this whole rigmarole.
Unfortunately, Uncle Damon, it's just one of those
Marie,
things...
Paul,
Oh, Margot.
listen, everyone. This is Lamont Cranston.
How do you do?
How do you do, Mr.
How do you do?
Lamont has helped the police to solve many crimes. And I'm sure that you won't object if he examines Uncle Caleb.
Well, not at all.
Oh, come now, Paul. Don't you think that's a bit presuming?
No, I don't, Uncle Damon. My dad is over here, Mr. Cranston. I covered him with this shawl.
I see. Has the body been disturbed in any way?
No, everything is just as we found it.
Well, I'll have a look if you don't mind.
Mother, please. You mustn't look at him.
No one has touched this knife?
No,
Good. Have you phoned the police?
no, not yet.
Well, I'm afraid that'll be necessary.
Oh, no.
You'll excuse me while I phone Commissioner Weston.
Oh, yes, of course.
We don't want the police out here, Paul.
No. Why do you allow a stranger to step in like this, Paul?
Because that's our father sitting in that chair with a knife in his heart, or had you forgotten?
Why should you be so concerned about him all of a sudden? You hated him, too. We all know that.
Why, you sniveling
Stop
little...
it, Paul.
Paul, please.
I still say...
Darling, stay out of this conversation.
Well, as you wish, Mother.
Yes, that's right, Junior. Run to Mother's apron strings.
It'll take the police about 2 hours to get here. Meanwhile, they've ordered that nothing be disturbed.
I beg your pardon, sir.
Yes?
Lamont, this is Williams.
Yes, William.
Inasmuch as Mr. Mackenzie is departed, I have a duty to perform.
A duty? Well, what is it?
I've been told many times by Mr. Mackenzie that if anything were to happen to him, sir, anything like this, that I would find an envelope in his desk drawer that should be opened at once.
Are you saying that my father anticipated that he would die this way?
Well, yes, sir.
Why shouldn't he have anticipated this? We all wanted to kill him. You know that.
I do know that, Junior, and I also know that one of us gathered here is his murderer.
Oh, come now, Paul. I don't think that...
Williams, would you look for that envelope, please?
Yes, sir.
Perhaps it will contain a clue to his death.
In that case, don't you think we should wait until the police arrive to look at it?
Afraid of its contents, Uncle Damon?
Oh, come now, Paul. Of course not.
Here's the envelope, sir.
I'll take it, Williams. Thank you. There appears to be writing on the outside. I'll read it to you if you wish.
Sure, go ahead.
It says, "Attention, vultures.
What's that? What's that?
Good old Dad.
He who will have will to find the will look inside."
Well, did you hear that, fellow vultures? Dad dealing in riddles, even in death.
Now, perhaps you'd like to hear the contents.
Is it about the will?
I don't know. You'll have to figure that out yourselves.
Read it, please.
It says, "To find the one who's passed the test, search the place where my soul will rest."
Well, that's enlightening.
Doesn't mean a thing to me.
Now, I'm afraid I must ask you all to go to your rooms.
What?
Those are orders from Commissioner Weston.
Order to our rooms?
That's right.
What right is the police to
All
tell us
the
what-
right in the world, Damon. Come on, all of you. Let's obey instructions for once.
Thank you, Paul.
Okay, Margot. Coming, Junior?
Yes. If Mother's with me.
Of course, dear.
I'll call you when the police arrive.
Okay. Well, fellow suspects, shall we march in single file? One of us will have to get used to that.
Very clever, Paul.
Oh, I'm so glad you've come here, Lamont.
Margot, have you any idea who could have done this?
No. It could have been any one of them. They all hated him.
I see. Oh, do you know the whereabouts of this family burial ground?
Oh, yes. Yes, that's right here on the estate. There's a large vault down near the brook.
Well, then what are we waiting for? That sounds like the answer to the riddle. Where is the missing will?
To find the one who's passed the test, search the place where my soul will rest. This must be it. It must be. Now I shall find the will. What's that? Who's that? Who's there? Come now. Stop shining that light in my eyes. Who are you? Speak up.
Margot, come along. Our killer's loose again.
Those shots seem to come from the vault.
Yes, let's hurry. Look, Margot. Someone just ran out of the vault. See, running into the woods.
Shall we go and see who it is?
It's too late. We'd better look down on the mausoleum. I better go first,
All
Margot.
right.
Give me that flashlight.
Here you are.
Thank you. Oh, wait a minute. I've just... Easy, Margot, now.
Oh, it's Uncle Damon.
Yes. I'm afraid he's dead, Margot.
Oh, Lamont, how awful.
Well, we know now, Margot, that this missing will is important enough for someone to murder for it.
More from the shadow in just a minute. But first, time out for a picture of a man getting up